Hi, my name is Ted. I run a microgreen farm just outside of Melbourne. And here I'm in my one of my greenhouse, and today I'm going to show you how to grow microgreens at home. Usually on the market, you can see sprouts, you can see microgreens, and you can see baby leaves. Sprouts are the youngest, microgreens are a couple of weeks older than sprouts, and baby leaves are another month older than microgreens, and they're all the same plant. I grow around 20 varieties of microgreens in my farm, but today I'm going to focus on the red mustard. They germinate both in cold and hot weather, and their germination time is very fast. The growth is also very fast, so they're very easy to work with. As for the containers, I grow in these seedling trays. I also grow in these smaller punnets, which you can get from hardware stores. But even better, you can just recycle the strawberry punnets, and they also come with a lid. The rule of thumb is you always have holes underneath to have good drainage. Now we have our containers. Let's move on to the soil. Now the most common question I get from people is whether to use seed raising mix or potting mix. Seed raising mix has finer particles, and potting mix have a lot of coarse stuff like pine bark. And I find seed raising mix a bit easier to work with, but they often don't have enough nutrients in them. So what I would recommend is to mix in organic nutrients like blood and bone or seedweed solution before you fill up your container. And unlike other gardening, you don't need much soil for microgreens. With enough nutrients in your soil mix, you only need an inch deep of soil in your container. Now we've got the soil ready, let's talk about the seeds. You want to choose organically certified or untreated seeds, because those are the ones that are safe for microgreen use. For ruby mustard seeds and a punnet like this size, you only need a teaspoon of seeds. And cover it up with a thin layer of soil just so you can't see the seeds. Now to finish off, give it a good spray, but just to wet the surface, not so it drips through. And then if you have a lid, cover it with a lid. Don't have a lid, cover it with a plastic bag to keep the moist in. And then leave it inside where it's dark and warm. And the red mustard takes 7 days to germinate. So when you have growth like this in the dark, it's time to take it out and put it on a bright windowsill or in a bright room. And to water it, the tip is to prepare a kitchen plate and water it from the plate, not from the top. And as we can see here, this is 7 days after sowing, and this is just a couple of days after you take it into the sunlight. And here after 2 weeks, these are ready to be eaten. Now to harvest, you can cut from the stem, just above the soil. And once they're cut, they don't grow back again. So in order to reuse the soil, just flip it around and add some fresh soil mix on top, and it's ready to plant again. And that's it. In 4 to 5 weeks, your microgreens are ready to eat.